Happy New Year, Sagittarius! This is your January 2016 horoscope with me, Lada, from astrolada.com, for anyone who has their ascendant, sun, and even moon in Sagittarius. So how does the year start with Sagittarius? Well, it's very much focused on practical, material, and status matters. So after, it's like that for all the fire signs, because your Earth houses are triggered. Your practical material houses, the house of finances and money, the second house, is very strongly activated, Sagittarius, for you this month. And also your 10th house of career is strongly activated, social standing and climbing the social ladder. So it's as if your head is on serious matters. Your head is on practical things. You've had your fun, and now it's time to work. And now it's time to think about sorting out your finances, first of all. Because the Sun, Mercury, are together in your second house. So you will be asked, especially because Mercury will be moving backwards. And when a planet moves backwards, especially Mercury, it asks you to revise, to take a second opinion, to prepare plan B and C in regards to that house, in your case, in financial matters. So a lot of you might be rebudgeting or revising your finances, how you spend them. Maybe thinking of a better plan to implement material stability into your life. Maybe some of you might be going through old possessions and valuable things that you possess and reevaluating their worth for you. So maybe it's often I've seen people like they get rid of clothes or things that they no longer need. Or often something can come back to them of something of material importance. Maybe you've given something away and you've forgotten about it, and now it can come back to you. Maybe you're expecting some money that has not been forthcoming, and now it can come back to you. And Mercury is the planner, the organizer. So you'll be asked to put like double, triple efforts almost in organizing your finances better, in organizing your possessions and valuables, in organizing taxes, even such kind of matters can become more paramount for you right now. And if you've not been managing well your finances, resources, it doesn't have to be only money, it can be resources, say, for your business, some materials, whatever. If you have not been managing those well, you can notice that the problems come up, and you're able to see those now. And there might be either expenses or the need to restructure how you manage those resources. Maybe you have to be more thrifty, or maybe you have to move and use certain resources in a different way than now. And this is what will be a big part of the matters here. And you'll be initiative about that as well, because the Sun is also there. And Pluto is also there. So Pluto will make you make a deep transformation, almost like and be able to empower yourself after that, especially materially. And hopefully, thankfully, actually, Jupiter is helping with a trine aspect in your 10th house, all those material things. So, a big motivation for improving your material situation, or the opposite, the desire to improve your material situation can be a big motivation for 10th house matters, which is for doing better at your career, which is about impressing authority figures, which is about confirming your own authority and becoming a better leader and becoming a better respected face or respected authority in your field. And actually being a good leader, working hard, which is the 10th house, having good reputation can very much help you stabilize those resources and finances now. Having good experience, because the 10th house is the experience from our career, and things like that can also help you stabilize your resources and move ahead a few steps to implement more stable material foundation and reorganize your finances in some way. Okay, and Jupiter will start moving backwards in your 10th house starting from January. which means that some opportunities in regards to your social status, in regards to your career, in regards to business projects, in regards to anything to do with authority figure or career, can return back to you right now, or you return back to them to really implement them much more long-lastingly. Or if you've had some ideas about how to expand your career, how to get a better social position, maybe how to get a promotion, how to work on some projects which will bring you more authority and respect. Now, when Jupiter is moving backwards, you'll be asked to really get cracking on it. And these will be ideas that, or something that you've already had in your head before. It's not going to be something totally new. But the opportunities will really open up there. And you'll be asked to, go back and make it happen. Go and work with some idea, and you will be able to, very likely. And by the end of this process, by May, when Jupiter starts moving forwards again, even by August, when Jupiter moves out of your 10th house, you'd have improved your social status and made some changes, even though you might have had to work harder or change certain things. But in regards to your career, in regards to your social status, often people are able to expand their business, to get a higher social position in life. But it's all happening with a lot of hard work for you, Sagittarius, because Saturn is in your sign throughout the whole period. So Saturn is making sure that these opportunities will come from Jupiter and to financially stabilize and to have higher social status. But you really have to put personal efforts into those things, because Saturn, the planet of hard work, is in your first house. It's you yourself, so you're making the hard push. And actually, who will feel Saturn the most strongly? Those of you Sagittarius, Sun, Moon or Ascendant, who have Ascendant, Sun or Moon from 10 to 15 degrees in Sagittarius. In January, you're having Saturn transit, which is the first in 29 years you're having this transit. The first out of 3 such transits, which will repeat in 2016 till the end of 2016. But it's not going to happen again for 29 years. So what is happening when Saturn, the planet of faith and hard work and maturity, transits your Sun, Moon or Ascendant, you are given a lot more new responsibilities. You start on a new journey often. And it's not an easy one. It's almost like a birthing process. It's painful. You have to push. You have to do the hard work. And you might feel overwhelmed. Why did they even start that? It's too much. I can't do it. But, when the baby is born at the end of 2016, metaphorically speaking, you'd say, wow, it was all worth it. This hard push, this building a foundation that Saturn made us do, it's well worth it, So especially if you're someone who naturally resonates, who's built those qualities of hard work, of seriousness, of perseverance, of being accountable, and being, because Saturn punishes people that try to be tricky, people that try to get it the easy way, people that are lazy and that try to get shortcuts. Saturn does not allow that. It's like the hard taskmaster there with the ruler and saying, you're going to do your, your homework well, or else I'm going to spank you. So, especially if you're born those Sagittarius with Sun, Moon, or Ascendant from 10 to 15 degrees, which would mean that basically your Sun you're born from around the 1st, 2nd of December to around the 7th of December. Saturn is plowing through, transiting over your Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Saturn is a separating planet. It will remove everything which is no longer relevant in your life, everything which is just not... So matters which are no longer productive in your life and which are blocking you, you take the decision to remove them from your life, because it will feel like an escalation that you no longer can take that, so you're ready to move on the next stage. You're ready to leave behind the things which are not working for you. And if you're resisting it, it can come to you from outside, like breaking away from an unsupportive relationship, breaking away from a career that is not really the right path for you, and starting on something which is which will bring you a foundation for many years ahead. But this process is not going to be just one-off in January, Sagittarius, especially those from 10 till 15 degrees. Sagittarius. It will be a process that continues the whole 2016, but now you're gonna get a lot of insight where the wind is blowing and what are those restructures and big changes you're going to be doing in your life when Saturn starts transiting over your sun, moon or ascendant. And it can feel a bit emotionally heavy time of taking very important decisions, of being on a crossroad and knowing that you can no longer fool around, but you have to get serious and that you have to put a lot of hard work into those things. So it might feel a bit overwhelming, but keep up the positivity. Always those periods might be hard, but they're the ones that give us the most, that we make the most important decisions and bring us a lot of stability in life later on when we start seeing the results a bit later. And again, as I said, there is a lot of supportive energy in regards to your resources, something that you make changes there that will make more stable thing for you financially and in regards to your career. And Venus is also in Sagittarius. So for most other Sagittarius, Venus will smooth things out a little bit, because when Venus is in your own sign, you might start feeling more prettier. Sagittarius, you can feel more attractive. You can gain the support of others through your diplomacy, through your charm, from your magnetic energy that you have. And you can even start thinking about beautifying yourself in some way, about looking better, about maybe doing your hair in a better way, going to some massages, some pampering, which is all Venus rules those things. So for most other Sagittarius, Venus can bring those pleasurable experiences in January, those self-loving practices of pampering yourself, of giving yourself more love and more beauty and harmony, and feeling a bit more zen, more smooth, more peaceful, which is the energy of Venus. So this is what I see for you, Sagittarius. Happy New Year again. Thank you very much. Subscribe to my channel, and you can always call me at astrolada.com. I have a selection of about 20-30 astrologers which are top-notch and psychics who can answer your questions 24/7. Thank you.